This is how biblical archaeology works. Say future archaeologists are looking for this great big war that happened. And it happened all over the world, and there were tanks and airplanes and millions of troops were deployed, and it was the biggest war that ever happened in the 1840s, and it was called World War II. As these future archaeologists, 1,000 years from now, go digging, and they find evidence of this big, huge world war in the 1940s, but they find nothing in the 1840s where they're looking for. So future archaeologists then conclude that World War II was a myth. It never happened. And then they celebrate the discovery of this new unrecorded war that happened in the 1940s, 100 years after the date that they were looking for. That's exactly how biblical archaeology works. See, the Bible describes events that happened in history, and we find evidence for those events, but some scholar somewhere came up with a date when those events should have happened. That date doesn't appear in the Bible. Some scholar invented it out of thin air. And when archaeologists find this evidence 200 years before the scholars made up chronology, they say, this brand new discovery. But the Bible is fake. Oh, the events of the Bible, I know, that's fake. And we made this new discovery. They discovered exactly what the Bible said they should. They just discovered it at the quote, wrong time. Well, that doesn't mean that the Bible is fake. That means that some scholar somewhere messed up calculating when these events should have happened. So they find the destruction of cities like Jericho and Megiddo, and they say, this happened 100 years before it should have, so it couldn't have been as described exactly in the Bible, with the cities that were destroyed but not looted, in the same sequence. And then they find the cities rebuilt with the exact same architecture. And they say, this happened too early. It can't be what the Bible says, because someone in the 1800s invented a chronology that said it should have happened in 900 BC, not in 1100 BC. And that's exactly how biblical archaeology works. Is the scholars invent a chronology that doesn't appear anywhere in the Bible, and then try to fit the Bible into that chronology. And when they find all the events exactly as they're described, but a couple hundred years earlier, then they say that the Bible is fake. But these discoveries that they knew to find, these discoveries that were found as described in the Bible, they then hail them as new discoveries. Even though there's absolutely nothing new about it, they just got the date wrong. And that's how it works. Thank you for your time. Always love.